watching Let's Chat.
We are glad to have you here back with us as we continue on Let's Chat. It is Wednesday. Time to introduce you to a couple of very special folks. We have Natureboy Paul Lee here. I don't know whether they call you Nature Boy or Paul or Mr. Lee or whatever.
Either way.
Anyway, it is good to see you, Paul Lee. Introduce us to the individual sitting next to you.
This is Peyton. He's Peyton Lee. He's my son. But
Right.
he's getting, this year at Wrestle Jam, he's getting a Courage of a Champion award. Peyton last year, he had kidney failure and he went completely blind. He's on dialysis and he's waiting a kidney transplant now.
Wow.
So he has been so positive through all this. I mean, he tells everybody daily to be positive. And he has all these problems, and so the AWF decided to give him a Courage of a Champion award this year at Wrestle Jam, which is this coming Saturday.
Peyton, I got to ask you this. How, in light of the problems or the opportunities that you have faced, kind of hard to stay positive for many of us. What was your secret?
I like watching a lot of stuff on, listening to a lot of stuff on YouTube. And
Right.
I just try to keep positive, even though, you know, I can't see and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And I have to do like dialysis like 4 times a week, so just...
Very, very inspiring to say the least. And Paul, you got to be incredibly proud, right?
Yes, I am. He's a great guy. He actually inspires me. You know, sometimes, you know, I'm from wrestling for 41 years. I got several injuries, and I sometimes find myself complaining. I think, man, this kid, he has all these issues and never complains.
Right.
Never. He always positive. And I just think, man, you need to grow up.
That's a lesson that we could all take to heart.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so Wrestle Jam. Tell me exactly what Wrestle Jam is. Actually, before we get to that, I want to ask Peyton, are you still wrestling now? Or do you attend the matches, I'm sure, but do you actually get in the ring and tussle with them?
He don't wrestle, but him and my other son, they co-commentate.
Yes.
They sit at a desk and they help.
Really?
Yeah, they help announce the wrestlers' names and all this.
All right, now I'll get back to the part about exactly what is Wrestle Jam.
Wrestle Jam is our 11th year. We brought to an event here to Chattanooga area. It's in Ringo, Georgia. And we wanted to bring superstars that you've seen from years ago, today on TV, and even future guys. So you get to meet them. It's an event that's going to be 5 to 7:30, a meet and greet, and then 7:30 the show starts.
Word on the street is, Natureboy, that you possess an incredible eye for talent when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah.
Would you agree or disagree with that?
I believe I agree. I agree. I like to find guys that's you know, that's going to be the future of tomorrow and help get them going, and that happens all the time. Again, I've been wrestling for 41 years, and matter of fact, in this very studio, I remember coming here as a child watching TV 12.
Yes.
You remember that, right?
I do indeed.
And my dad was a friend with Harry Thornton. He was
Harry Thornton. Yep. And for those of you who may not be familiar with the history of the wrestling that happened here in Chattanooga, it originated right here in this building. It was Harry Thornton, Nick Goulas, and Roy Welch. And those three created one heck of an empire.
They did.
I mean, it was huge. You go back to names like Tojo. I screw that up every time.
I always do.
Tojo Yamamoto, so many others.
Bobby Eaton, George Goulas. All good.
Who are the twins?
McGuire twins.
The McGuire
They came on a little mini box.
Yep. And who can forget the legendary Pat Rose. Tell me about Pat Rose.
Pat Rose is actually a great friend of mine. We actually tag team in Memphis for USWA. We went as a Fargo, the new Fabulous Fargos.
Right.
I was
Jackie Fargo.
I was Jackie Fargo's son, and he was Don Fargo's son. So me and Pat, we really had a great time with that.
Well, you know, Pat makes regular appearances here. His other passion is fishing.
Yeah, he loves fishing.
He's got a piece called Set the Hook with Pat Rose, and he does that with Patrick Core. So, Pat Rose, I know if you're not working, you're watching us right at this very moment. So, if Pat Rose was standing right here, right now, what would you say to him?
Woo! First was like, for this free plug, you owe me dinner.
And $20, of course.
And what now?
And $20.
And $20, of course.
Pat's a good guy.
I'd bump Pat up to 30. He is. He is a great guy.
And his son has started
man, he's
country
incredible,
singer.
isn't he?
He's he's going to be something someday.
That-
He's going good, and
I call him a kid because he's a lot younger than we are, but he is not a kid, and he writes and sings well.
Yes.
And I mean well beyond his years.
yes, he does. He does. He's doing a great job, and I know Pat is very proud. Pat
Absolutely.
has been a great dad. He's he really inspires fathers out there.
Yeah.
I mean, he does a great job raising his son, and
He
my
certainly
hat's off
does.
to him.
He's a heck of a nice guy. And by the way, the son we're referring to, of course, is Camden.
Camden
so,
Smith.
Camden is just a super guy. All right, back to the big Wrestle Jam. This is the 11th annual one. What are you most looking forward to this year? Do you think?
Well, we just want fans to come out and have a great time. We're going to have a Hall of Fame. We got Tim Berger Powell going to be there. Kevin Sullivan, he's been
Right.
on Superstar for years. We got one of the original Midnight Express, Randy Rhodes.
Randy Rhodes, that's a name I hadn't heard of in a long time.
I mean, some of these guys started right here.
Yeah,
they did. And then we got local wrestler Richie Dye. All of them are going into our Hall of Fame. And
Wow.
then we got coming in for a meet and greet is Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. You've seen him on WWE just not long ago. He was on TV. Well, he's going to be here. Buff Bagwell, we got the Barbarian.
Wow.
I mean, there's so many guys on here. Mr. Hughes, this is the guy that took the urn from The Undertaker on TV.
Well, tell you what, guys, we are running out of time. How do we get tickets and find out more information about this? Is there
You
a
can go
website or a
on.
phone
You
number?
can go on our website, AWF.
www.awfwow.com.
There you go. You absolutely nailed it, Peyton. Good to see you. And Mr. Nature Boy, good to see you as
too,
well.
sir.
You might even see Pat Rose down there. And Pat Rose and a couple of others that you mentioned have knocked me around against that wall over there. That maybe could explain it.